Hey there guys, Free here, and welcome to a deck profile. Now, this deck is a bit anime-ish. It's not, this is my hero deck, but it's not competitive. It's not designed for competitive, it's just designed for fun and like random little things I try out. It's my experimental deck, and I guess in a way, I don't really go to tournaments with this, nor do I really play many matches with it, but I do go out and see a couple of mates on every Wednesday and Friday, and I do have a game or two, fix up the deck a bit, stuff like that. So anyway, I'm going to just show you all card by card, and yeah. Alright, first card, Avian. It's Avian. But yeah, I run the originals because why not? Burst Intertrex. Sparkman. Necroshade. Well, dropping cards here apparently. Give me a moment. 2 Bubble Man, because why not? I mean, yeah, if they allow you to go anime, it's draw 2 for a normal zone. If not, pray to God that you top deck and draw it. But yeah, you can get a draw 2 off it. Just not too bad if you top deck, and it's a water target. Blade Edge, which makes it easy to summon by Necroshade, Wild Heart, and then Nis, the symbol of my deck. To Honesty Neos, I honestly think 3 clogs. I know people say 3 is like what you should do, but sometimes it's a bit like you need the extra third sometimes, and sometimes you don't, and it's a bit weird. Anyway, 1 Blaze Man, search Poly. Usually, to be honest with you, I end up more drawing the Poly than anything, so I find just 1's fine. Malicious. So this is a weird one. It's more because of a fusion, and I don't have D-Draw at all yet, so when I get a chance I'll pick up some, just to make this more easy, but generally it's just to get like an extra tribute card on the field, or for 1 card in my extra deck, make that more summonable, and it's been working out alright. And it's a target for Escalade Hours one. I'll just show you these all at once. My 3 Neospatial monsters, I was 26, and I'm like, these are only ones that are actually working out, so I'm just using those lot. Flare Scarab gains power for each bar and trap. Grand Mob bounces. Aqua Dolphin allows me to see the opponent's hand and possibly discard something equal to the highest attack monster I have on the field. So yeah. Crossbow helps me search the nearest stations that I need if I need it. And then Winkaribo, because as you know, this card means a lot to me. So I always run it, even if it's pointless to run it, I run it anyway. 2 Polymerization, yeah. Symbol of the deck, like there should be 3, but 2's fine. And I always seem to draw it for some freaking reason. I'm not sure why. So, like I said with Blaze Man, I only need 2 because I could search out the other one. One Milk Fusion, because Milk Fusion is amazing, but can't find my others. Yeah, I kind of like, I don't have really a lot of money at the moment. For me to invest into a card game, and I know I could probably pick one for £1, but still, I'd rather use that for something else. So, yeah. But 1 does the job. Miracle Contact, just to help Neospatial fusions come out. It literally its purpose. 1 of those since I've run so few. emergency call for being able to obviously search the elemental heroes. You know, in an E-hero deck, sounds pretty good. Fusion Recovery, it's Fusion Recovery. It's a really good card. Helps me get back an extra fusion. Fusion material anyway. The only downside to it, just to mention it, is that you have to do it with cards you've actually used polymerization on. That's its only restriction. It's kind of annoying, but oh well. Hate-Heated Heart. Love this card. Giving a piercing damage to something is amazing. And an extra 500 attack. You never know if it can do it, if it can actually kill. Fake Hero. Honestly, it's just for those really stupid situations where, like, there's two situations where this card's actually happened. I've had a Bomberman and Fake Hero in hand. Play this, special summon the Bomberman, draw 2. Which is like, okay, sure. And special summoning Neos onto the field. To then make a contact fusion easier. Another thing that's also really good about this card, personally, is if you, let's say you want to tribute for Neos, and let's say you have already a card on there, or Blade Edge for example, you play this, special summon a hero from your hand, then just tribute. So, if you've already got an extra card on there, it's not too bad. I only run it at 1 because it's so rarely needed, but it has its situations. Neospace, because Neospace, I need to keep my Neospace in the field, but since I run them only so, Neospace fusions, so since I run so little of them, there's no real need to it. And then Convert Contact, only one of, because again, there's only so little that's free. So it can sometimes become a bit dead, but since you put them back with Contact Fusion, it's not too dead. But it's fine as a one-off. And then Legacy of the Hero. If you don't know what it does, it's return 2 fusion monsters from your graveyard to the extra deck that lists hero monsters as a material. So this doesn't work on Master because they don't have materials. The material is on the mass change, not the fusion monster. I think. I haven't actually looked at Master of Fusion in a while, but I don't think it states. It doesn't state any. I know the fact they can't work with it, but I don't. But it doesn't state that it requires a masked hero. Like it doesn't create. Like it doesn't have like elemental, hero, like 2 hero monsters on that. It doesn't have that as a thing. So that's good. But then if you do it, draw 3. That ain't bad. I ain't complaining. I like the idea of drawing 3. Such a nice card. Look. It's a nice card. Alright, now on to the traps. We have Limit Reverse because Jaden. Yeah. It's a fine card. Just brings back something with 1,000 less attack. Can bring back a couple of cards, I'm sure. Hero Barrier because anime. I like Hero Barrier. Keeps a hero around. And then Hero Signal, special summon. Well, actually, I got off a Bomberman draw of that as well. Actually, had a avian face down and Hero Signal. Had nothing basically in hand at all, and then around that they kill it. Special summon anyway, the Hero Signal just from Bomberman draw 2. It's like yes, that's what you need. It's a good card. To Fusion Reserve, this card basically helps you search anything from your extra deck that requires materials, and then you get to add one of the materials and then a polymerization if you already use one. And then just Solemn Strikes, which Solemn Strike, it's a good card, it negates shit, and this is what you need. We're only 1500 life, so it's not too bad. Alright, now the extra deck. Just to show off Flame Wingman, then its evolution, Shining Flare Wingman, which most people would say you shouldn't run. I get this card off, these 2 cards out way too common, so I'm fine with it. Dark Bright, Oh, actually, just so I can go back on it quickly. Just going to quickly do it. Future Summon Avian and Burst Dendrix. Don't know if you guys know this. And then Flame Wingman and Sparkman. Just right at that. Future Summon between Sparkman and Necroshake. Now, what this card works really with is that if you do Fusion Summon it, it's when it dies, it gets to destroy something on the field. Flame Wingman and Shining Flare, by the way, when they kill something, they take the attack points as damage. And then my Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. Right? What do you mean it's Starving Venom? I've got no idea what you're on about. It's Elemental Hero Prisma Zero. Yeah. Basically, it's got the effect of Prisma in a way. Actually, no, not Prisma. Dark Panther. Basically, Dark Panther copies the effects. And it's basically that. But then it's an absolute zero when it dies. It gets to destroy special summon monsters, which is 99.9% of the game at this current day. So it's pretty good. It does require 2 dark monsters that with beat set tokens. If we could use tokens, I would use Gofu in a heartbeat for this. But you can't use tokens for it. And this is why Malicious is here, because I can get that to the grave using Escorial, and then because of that, I can just special summon, do another poly, and get out of this. It's just cards you don't get out often, but you can if you're part of Rises. Just splitting this lot up for that. So yeah, Elemental Hero Absolute Zero basically gains 500 attack for every water monster on the field, including your own, of course. And then when it dies, nukes the board. Shining, 300 for each banished monster. So basically, the better Shining Flare Wingman, sort of. You actually, I don't run it in this deck. It's one I've actually got online. You can actually do a really cool combo with this card if you play them. If you play Hero Mask and Neo's Force, you can actually do a Shining Flare Wingman kind of 2.0. So this card can gain a lot of attack if you do a lot of banishing. Like you can possibly get up to like 6,000 attack if you do a lot of landing a lot of banishing. For like a lot of Miracle Fusing this card over and over and over again. But what makes it so cool is that if you play Hero Mask, make its name become Neo's, then play Neo's Force. Neo's Force gives it the Flame Wingman kind of effect, so they take damage equal to, they take the attack points as damage. It's just something random you can know. I like it because of that. It's a very good card combo you can do, which I don't run in this because it's too janky. Nova Master. Kill Saint George God. Great Tornado. Half 7. Gaia. Targets and half Saint gains attack, but still only does 2,200 damage if you attack that monster anyway. So basically it's a direct attack with not being a direct attack. Yeah. Element Hero Escorial, 100 for each elemental hero in the graveyard. It's a really shit Shining Flare Wingman. Grand Mole, return something to hand. Not Grand Mole, Grand Neos. Fusion of Grand Mole and yes. 400 for each spell and trap card on either player's side. Flare Neos. I like this card a lot. Wish I had it in like a super or something. I hate having a rare. It's one of my favourite fusions. It's good. It can be a potential game ender. Aquaneos. Piss off your opponent because you've somehow sniped the last Exodia piece in their hand. Totally never did that at all. Ever. Future Duelist Memories. So this thing here is basically Aqua Dolphin and Neos, and you discard a card from your hand to random pick a card from their hand and send it to the grave. Or is it kind of destroy? No, it's destroy one random card. But even so, you take a card out of your hand for one card, so you just break even. But it's good for me because I want to discard things like Malicious. Same with Aqua Dolphin, I want to discard like things like Malicious, Necroshade, things like that I don't want in my hand. So it's fine. Then, Elemental Hero, Magmanius. Gains 400 attack for every card on the field, so if you just have a huge field, he's rocking a lot of attack. You can get, I've got him up to like 11,000 before, with Honest Ineos as well, and a Heated Heart piercing damage. GG. So yeah, it's a really, really good card that. And then Elemental Hero, Godonius. Is a really, really good card. Divine Neos here. Against you banish an Elemental Hero or a Neospatial or Neospace or anything that you use to fusion summon with this. Doesn't have to particularly be your fusion materials what you actually used, but what it lists on the card to fuse with you can banish for its effect. It gains 500 attack, and so basically on the first time you use it, it goes to its anime stats, because you know, why not? And it gains the effect, so if you time this right, and you do a Shining later on, and you've actually banished a lot of stuff, you could in theory just do this. And also what's really great as a combo is you can play Milk Fusion. If you fuse the Shining at this point, by the way, and what you do is you play Milk Fusion, banish basically 4 Elemental Heroes and a Neospatian, because you have to do minimum 1 Neospatian in that, and then banish Shining, that's 5 banished heroes, and it's on 3,000 as a base when it gains the extra 500, and then gains 300 for each every one little one, so it's a nice little combo you can do with that. You can banish your and you can also banish the actual Neospatian fusions as well and reuse them, so it's quite nice. Now on to my side deck. My side deck is not really like a typical side deck. This is just a side deck of cards that I like to run and switch in, but just it's purely for fun. It's not literally meant to counter anything. I have Yubel in there because I take that card with me everywhere. I normally want to run it in my deck, but I know that Yubel just clogs, and so I know for me to test ideas, running Yubel is not really the best idea. So I'm okay with it, not having her in there, or it, or he. The rest of the Neospatians, Glomos does some random shit. It gets to either attack directly, go defense mode for a trap. So attack directly with spell card, trap card, basically goes to defense attack, ends battle phase. So super heavyweight for samurai players who don't run spells and traps. Have fun with this. I know you'll like it. Dark Panther copies effects and then uses them. Doesn't work on it obviously does not work on things like it sees, which is sad, but you know. And then Air Hummingbird gains 500 attack for each for every card in their hand, so it's pretty good. I like it a lot. And then for my other cards, Ennius, it gains attack equal to the difference, so it's a nice OTK. Darkneus, because Darkneus negates effects, including itself to survive on the board. Glonius, target something like a monster card and destroy it. You attack directly. No, not attack directly, so you end the battle phase. If you destroy a face-up spell card, you can attack directly. Then you happen to hit a trap card, it just goes to the defense position, literally. Storm Neos blows up the board, so it's a nice heavy storm kind of card. And then Neos Knight attacks twice. Can't deal damage though. And now for more janky cards, because you know, why not? Hero Heart. That, you know what this does? If you do, congrats. A Hero Heart half sends hero attack twice. It's like nice and like combos now, because a lot of people that I tend to face who actually go to the to the pub where I meet up with happen to play Scapegoat. Blade Edge with this card's pretty fun, you know. I like it. I like it a lot. 2/6, and you know, killing 2 tokens, piercing. Yeah, it's pretty good, you know. It's nice because then it limits their link summoning in a way. Common Soul. Common Soul is a card where you target a monster on either field, doesn't matter. Special summon any Usurpation and get that card that you targeted into attack. If you do target your opponent's card, however, then the Usurpation that you want to summon will go to the side of the field. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. Yeah, it's up to you. And yeah, it's nice. You can like target a hero, summon Flare Scarab, and it gains a bunch of attack for a decent amount. Helps with getting over things, but I barely use it. So that's why I sided it. Contact Out, Defusion, but for Neospatial fusions. Defusion. It's for when I ever want to run it. And just fusion summon and defuse these to save the materials or whatever the case can be. Gift and the Martyr, this card's a fun card. Basically, you tribute a monster on your side of the field, and then you give that card attack. This is a Jinyu card, but I do love it, and actually would main it even if, but I should say side it more than anything. In this, I have mained it quite a bit. I love the one combo you can do. Fusion Summon, Absolute Zero, Gift and the Martyr, Tribute Absolute Zero, put it on Neos. Absolute Zero, what's that? It goes to the graveyard and destroys your board? Yeah, that's pretty good, you know, I'm not complaining. It's pretty good. Nuking your board, I don't mind that. And then, Hero Emerges. Yeah. A Hero Emerges, if you don't know, somehow. Basically, so I activate this card when your opponent declares an attack. Okay, cool. And then basically you activate it. Pick a card from your hand. And hey, what's that? You pick a monster card? Sweet. Special summon it to the field. If not, then the card they pick goes to the graveyard, and this also goes to the graveyard, obviously. It's nice though, because if you combo it off with having only like Neos and Blade Edge in your hand, or even with that Bubble Man, you can still get the draw off. It's really, really nice. I love it personally. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this deck profile. This is currently what I'm running, but it's literally a casual deck. It's purely just I thought I'd share it with you. I haven't done a deck profile yet. You can see how my brain works. It's a weird brain. I'm just doing this to match it quickly. Takes no time. Yeah, because I mean, not many people I think in a hero archetype think to run this. Yeah, Absolute Zero 2.0. And it is great. The deck's fun. It works sometimes. It does work sometimes, but the detours are needed because I have to. Drawing cards is needed, but also just being able to discard Mali easier will help so much more. Anyway though, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you all in the future, whatever it is I end up doing. Alright, bye guys.